Trent Beretta's frustrations boiled over.
And how about what Trent did to Chuck after the parking lot fight that we saw on Rampage? Took the metal pipe, crushed the ankle of Chuck. And we heard last week from Orange Cassidy saying that Chuck Taylor would never wrestle again.
Yeah, I actually spoke to our ringside physician, Dr. Michael Sampson. He said Chuck Taylor, oh, look at this, just off to the races, a hockey fight at center ice, as it were, swinging a miss by Trent Beretta, orange punch, but Beretta bails out.
You may boo him, Excalibur, that's the right thing to do. Get away from that orange punch.
But Orange Cassidy, elbow suicida, driving Beretta into the barricade, and we called this a grudge match. Orange Cassidy said he will attack Trent Beretta on sight. We saw it last week. We're seeing it again here tonight. A very hot start to this match, a very hot start to our program.
It's a great start to our program, top to bottom, as you heard from the Rated R superstar, Adam Copeland. He's got a no disqualification to come. Look at that.
And Trent Beretta sent head first into that steel ring post. There you see at the top of your screen, just over 50 minutes away from the face-to-face confrontation between our AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland and his challenger at Double or Nothing, Christian Cage.
Brutal attack a week ago by Christian Cage when we found out that he would be the opponent of Swerve Strickland, that is, coming up at Double or Nothing on May 26th.
And you know, you talked about the parking lot fight 2 weeks ago between Trent Beretta and Chuck Taylor. The injury, the steel pipe driven into the leg of Chuck Taylor after the bell, after the match had concluded. Chuck Taylor suffering an osteochondritis discans lesion of his ankle, a condition where segments of the bone beneath the cartilage fracture off and actually die within the joint. And you hear you screwed Chuck Taylor. Yes, he did. Trent Beretta. Chuck Taylor needs surgery, but even with the surgery, it could potentially be career-ending, and most likely will be a career-ending injury to Chuck Taylor at the hands of a man he called best friend, Trent Beretta.
Well, you see in the bottom of the screen what all we have going on tonight. You saw that we're going to hear from EVP Kenny Omega after what happened last week, and then, of course, no disqualification.
Orange Cassidy hurtling over the barricade.
Adam Copeland and Brody King of the House of Black tonight.
Yeah, the Cope Open, it will be no disqualification tonight in our main event, the Rated R Superstar and Brody King for the TNT Championship.
You know, it's very apparent Orange Cassidy wanted Trent to come outside with him. What I mean by outside is, it's a handful of popcorn all the way. He wanted Trent Beretta to come out of the ring area. Oh, brother.
This is a level of getting personal with Orange Cassidy that is very rare to see, but it speaks to the betrayal that Cassidy feels by Trent Beretta is now into the stands.
I'm sure that people that bought those tickets didn't expect this to happen, but this is not a wrestling match. It's a fight here.
There's just repeated shots raining down on the head of Trent Beretta.
That's a hell of a shot right there. Look at that. All the fans around him.
And you got to give credit to the referee, Paul Turner. He knows how personal this match is, giving these two men a little bit of leeway, so to speak.
And now the chant of Freshly Squeeze. What a great time to be a fan of AEW. And I'm telling you, we've got a lot going on here in AEW right now, inside and, as you can see, outside of the ring. Although it's apparent that the wrestling has been under siege by the EVPs, but business-wise, now, we got a lot of great things going on, thanks to Tony Khan, who's working remotely from Jacksonville. He'll be, oh my goodness. Understand we'll be texting us.
Yeah, just because the Matthew and Nicholas have cut off one method of communication for Tony Khan doesn't mean he's completely out of the picture. As Orange Cassidy, I think he's going for an orange punch, but Beretta, the back body drop over the barricade, rough landing for Cassidy.
What a match to get our program started tonight. I'm loving this. We're going to fight to start out Dynamite. Take a look again.
Beretta! Disastrous landing for Beretta as he tried to hurdle the barricade, coming down on the back of that surgically repaired neck on Trent Beretta.
Yeah, Trent hurt his shoulder. Orange Cassidy hurt his neck. As we know, Orange Cassidy's had a bad back. Here comes Trent Beretta. Thanks to Orange Cassidy. Oh, my God.
Cassidy sweeping the leg of Trent Beretta out, and just shows how deeply personal this match is between these former partners, these former friends, as Cassidy once again, orange punch, perhaps telegraphed it. The knee! The flying knee, but no, Beretta eats the orange punch!
Speaking of eat it, Orange Cassidy just ate up that knee and came right back up.
Yeah, the adrenaline surge for Orange Cassidy allowed him to land that orange punch, but there you see the effects of that knee. Both men down here in the early goings of this match.
Again, the fans standing here. Again, a great opening match. We got a lot going on here tonight. Good to have you with us here on AEW Dynamite.
That's a great time to be a fan here in Edmonton. Well, as I say that,
I wanted to ignore it, but
there's boil on the ass of humanity. Don Callis comes out.
We need to mention that Don Callis came out last week and walked out with Orange Cassidy. What is that about? We were trying to ignore it.
Well, we're going to have to stick with the action in picture to find out. Don't go anywhere. Don Callis. I think Don is joining us. Apparently, Don is joining us at commentary.
Brother.
Well, Don hearing it from the crowd. Just like Trent Beretta was hearing it from the crowd throughout this match.
Hey, Don, they're calling for you out there, buddy.
Oh, this is lovely. I'm Canadian, you know. They should tell these people that.
It didn't matter last week in Winnipeg. I heard the reaction you got.
Yeah. And that's your home.
Well, that's what they like to tell people because I'm famous.
Low back suplex there by Beretta. Orange Cassidy, wild swing and a miss. Trent, low arc on that German suplex. And Don, in a couple moments, I'm going to have to inquire about what transpired between yourself and Orange Cassidy. We'll get to that in a few minutes, but right now it looks like Trent Beretta in control of Orange Cassidy.
Well, Trent Beretta has always been a great young athlete. I've been following him for a long time, but Orange Cassidy is just special. I think everyone would admit that when they look at Orange, would they not?
Yeah. An incredible athlete. He's been a big star here in AEW. He's been a champion here in AEW.
The most prolific AEW international champion of all time.
Moves a lot of merch, too. I like those numbers, I can tell you that. I've done a deep dive on this kid. He's impressive, but he needs a change. Take it to the next level type of stuff.
You're paying close attention to shopaew.com, are you, Don?
Very much so. Weekly updates.
As Orange Cassidy beating the 10 count from referee Paul Turner, returning to the ring. This has been a very aggressive contest to start off our broadcast, as expected, Tony.
No question about it. It has been very aggressive.
Man, that's a quit the business chop right there, guys.
I don't know about that, but that's a lethal chop. No doubt about it. Look at Trent going with the hair to pick him back up, not letting him get up on his own power.
And you know, I don't think we've seen a pinfall attempt in this match. It seems like both Trent Beretta and Orange Cassidy just dead set on hurting one another.
It's what happens when there's personal issues involved here, some of them long-standing.
I mean, Beretta feels like he and Chuck Taylor were used by Orange Cassidy. But Cassidy is riding the coattails, but right now, no. A big PK there from Orange Cassidy.
Still not trying to make a pin, even though he probably could right now to roll over and get it.